This is really tough though. Damn. I did not think about to have this type of conversation on the podcast. I didn't think that would happen, but it's happening. Damn. Okay. Welcome to episode 6, part 2. And usually when I do my episodes, I say my peace and blessings, but I think this week that peace and blessings is everything this week. This has been a tough week. This has been a long week for me. Pause. Tuesday. I remember Tuesday night sitting in my living room, looking at TV, looking at my phone, going back and forth, going on Google, trying to check out how this thing gonna go between, Trump and Harris. And then I'm looking, and I see every state, damn near every state red. And red my favorite color, so usually when I see red, I get excited. But this time when I seen red, it got spooky. It got tricky when I seen all that red. And I'm like, all right, maybe I'm just overreacting. It's gonna turn over. It's still early. They still gotta count all the votes. Some states are red, but they're not fully red yet. I go to sleep. But then I'm still fighting with it. So before I go to sleep, I look at my phone again and I see 211. And Harris got one something. I'm like, oh no, it's definitely time to go to bed. I gotta rest my eyes now. I gotta rest my eyes now because it gets scary out here. And then I wake up in the morning. Before I even can go to Google in the morning, I got too many texts. I got so many texts in my phone telling me, oh, I'm so disappointed. So, you can look at it before you open it. So I'm like, damn, I go straight to Google. This man had 277. He went over. And it's funny. It's funny because this man intentions, this man energy, this man rhetoric, this man fully planned was never a secret. And he went on tour talking about it on this place and that place. He getting cheered on. He getting celebrated. But a lot of things that's going to happen January 1st, the people who voted against him, we definitely took a hit. But the people who voted for him, you definitely took a hit as well. This is going to affect everybody, and you're going to see. It's going to affect the person who said, I don't need a vote because they already know what they're going to do. I don't need a vote because it's already set up how it's supposed to be. All right. But it's the thing about passing that torch. So you being emotional, intelligent individual, and you being of age, and you having your full development mind and body, why are you not properly setting up the next person to come behind you? You're doing the same thing that our parents used to do or that our older heads used to do. And you already see how messed up it is in the real time. So why would we continue the practice of an already set in motion curse? Before I go into this great episode, I'm just going to read a little bit about Project 25. I just want to read a little bit about it because these are all the things that can happen because the whole Senate is on his side. He has the whole Senate. So the thing about that is this whole little program he got right here, he can shoot out anything, he can say anything, and they can agree upon it. And it's going to be slim to none that really disagree. And the ones that disagree, they're going to get a traitor, a secret Democrat, falsehood, brainwash, because they got morals. So let's think about some of them. He went on NBC. He had a conversation with the reporters, and he said that anybody that talk about slavery, any school program that talk about slavery or that type of history, I'm defunding them. Slavery is a major part of American history and the major reason that America is dominant in today's present and going to be dominant in the future. It's off an immigrant and a slave. But you telling the school system, if you teach the proper history, I'm taking away your money. You're banning Muslims to come. And it's crazy because I'm a Muslim, so I'm not laughing at Muslims at the fact that I think is, a good move. I'm laughing because I can't believe that somebody can say this out his mouth, and we can hear it, and we can still go in that motion of saying this person is right. This man said, I'm going to ban Muslims from coming into America. I'm going to end the birthright. And the birthright is basically saying when two immigrants get together and they have a blessing and they have an offspring, they continue their bloodline and their legacy. Not only are you going to send them back, you're going to send that newborn back, and you're going to put them in that camp. And this is the same camp that Time Magazine wrote about. This is the same camp that NPR documented about how these kids and these mothers and these fathers cannot find their family. They're separated. And it was so many of them because it was a massive it was a massive pickup. This is the same thing that he promised. The same thing that he promised he's going to do when he come president again, the same thing he did back in the day. It's going to be a massive pickup. When that massive pickup come up, we can't keep up with everybody coming in. By the fact we can't keep up with everybody coming in, people going to get lost. So you got an innocent person, you got an innocent spirit that didn't ask to be here, they do nothing to violate America, they do nothing to violate the world, but you're going to bring them trauma as soon as they open their eyes. But this is who we voted for. You're going to ban the Muslims coming to America. You're going to ban the school system for slavery, but you're going to make sure that we teach Christianity in public school. You're going to cut Social Security. You're going to end Obamacare, Affordable Care Act. But this ain't no secret because this is what y'all did. This is what some of my people did. And this is all we got to deal with. So we got to go back to I know I'm going back to that drawing board. And I'm going to keep on doing what I need to do. And I'm going to keep making it count. But I know I don't want to hear nobody who didn't. If somebody tell me, dang, it's messed up out here. Dang, it's critical out here. It's real out here. But you sit on that couch and you didn't go do no early voting, you didn't do no voting, or you're not doing no advocating to make sure you're doing it on a local time. You're not even doing it on a local time. Yeah, you can hold your breath, brother. You can save that energy. You can say that I don't want to receive that. But not to hold your ears, and I want to bring some entertainment, some laughter. I got part 2 of episode 6. And in this episode, we kind of talking about, what we've been talking about, communication, finding balance. We're talking about politics for a little bit. We're having a general conversation where we can come to a point where information counts. And that's what we're tapping into. So please enjoy episode 6, part 2, finding balance in communication.
And I think that kind of gets us into kind of segues into the next kind of part. And I've been waiting on that part, waiting on the next part. Right, sir.
That's the elbow in the rib, man. Get to it, bro.
In the good rib.
How we gonna go to the next part? You keep going to your first question, and you didn't get to finish your other question. How we gonna go to the next part? And you keep pulling back to the other joints. You let me know when you want to go to your next part when you stop bringing up your old part.
He caught me.
Okay, you put it out there.
I was gonna get the last word.
I'm ready for the next part. Me too.
You said childlike. They said childlike honesty. They said childlike honesty. Childlike honesty.
Yeah.
I'm definitely ready.
Me first.
Yeah, let's go. Reach first, man.
But
I yield the floor.
Spotlight.
And have a point of interest.
I want to highlight, we talked about earlier, you know, what values do you want to instill on your family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
So now I want to highlight what's some values you live by. Like what's some values that you live by and you tap into that guide your decisions, that guide your navigation. You know, 'cause we all come from different walks of life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm down south, y'all up here, you in 2 different states, 2 different times. We all did different times. So we all been real life situations in different fashions. So we got values and characters that speak on me, that's gonna speak on you. So what are some things that y'all tap into, some things you hold on to, like, yo, this is why I move like this. This is why you rock with me, because this is my values. What are, I started off, I'll kick it off. Cause I can.
Nah, Reese said he wanted to go first.
Nah, let Rod go. He can go first because this is what Rod always do. He's a bully. He bullies. He bullies in his own.
Oh, I seen it
nice,
with the
good
trees.
way.
He definitely bullied.
You see?
Yeah.
That's
Strong
two.
Give me one
stuff.
example of what I bully with the trees.
He's doing it now.
What you mean?
Don't feed into
give
that.
A description
You don't gotta
of
feed
flair,
into
but
that.
all you gotta do is watch the documentary. I didn't choose to talk. He made me talk.
Oh, he made you.
Yeah, he made that happen.
Yeah, nah. I could see. Like, I could see.
Hold on.
You would dispute?
No.
Oh, you would dispute?
I like that because
He's intimidating. He's 6'4" with dreadlocks.
Yeah, he pulling trees by himself.
6'4" dreadlocks. Wear size 22 or some shit. Which I do like a 17 or something. Nigga?
He's a shot
11 and a half and 12.
11 and a half and 12. 6'4" with dreads
Yeah.
and a beard.
I like how he said that because Baba came on the tree team. I do a tree team every season. Mm-hmm. Baba came on there. Baba got skills in real time. He got information. He up. He excelling. He taking off. But Baba, as we all know, and the people, you know, who don't know, you're going to hear it now so you get a better understanding. Sometimes Baba, he'll play the shadows.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, nah, my brother nice. Matter of fact, hey, Baba.
Yeah.
Yo,
I ain't got no problem in the background.
Tell him about such and such. Tell him how to plant a tree.
Uh-huh.
Tell him about the fertilizer.
Yeah, force my hand.
He's heating up.
So
That's usually a bad
I'm
thing.
hot. I think my attentions, my understanding and decision making, I was just highlighting my brother.
Yeah.
I was just shouting him out for the one time.
Yeah, that made you feel
Cause
good.
they can ask me all day, yo, Rob, how you do this? And I got 4 people
Because he
beside
team
me.
leader. You're supposed to ask him.
Yeah, true indeed.
Yo, you used to train with Ali?
Oh, we dancing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a straight answer. That's a straight answer because
Rope-a-dope.
they can ask me all day about this and about this and about that, but I'm not the only one out there. So you can put the camera on me and you can ask me, but ask Baba as well. Cause that's when I came up through,
You know how to get yourself out of a corner.
when I came up through that tree program and I was learning in real time. Will been there for 5 years.
Dance like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
When I was there, when I first came, Will was there for 3 years.
Uh-huh.
A lot of time they ask Will questions.
Yeah.
Will already done did his interviews. He already done did his talks. He'll pass the rock. Yo, Rob, tell him about such and such. Now I'm speaking. Now I'm in the newspaper.
Yeah.
Now I can tell my mama, yo, I'm going to send you a link. Check me out. Yeah, them shouted me out. It's all these type of things. It's just passing them gifts.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like I wasn't.
And
And I know you was playing, but I wasn't just, you going to talk.
You do it in a new way. It's like voluntold.
Voluntold.
Yo, why? Like you?
I'm not a bully.
You trying to convince us?
We're gonna do a poll.
Y'all don't know.
We're gonna do a poll.
We're going to do
Like I said, imagine him.
Yeah.
6'7",
Let's run back to a nerd.
6'7", size 13 and a half.
I was
with
6'4".
dreads.
I'm 6'7".
6'7".
That's why they put him in
with
charge of the
dreadlocks.
youth.
With dreadlocks and a
That's
big beard.
intimidation.
I'm 6'1".
He take the kids shopping.
Sometimes 6'2", depending on if I got boots on. But I'm 6'1" and a half.
These street kids, he take them shopping, and they
Yeah.
fall in line.
Yeah.
That's
You got see how he
intimidation.
walk in the room too.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he got this stride where he kind of like walk
Shot
around,
up.
like, look around and shit, like and just like
What the blood?
yo, sign this. So sign this.
Yeah, yeah. You want your check? You want your check?
You want your check? And they're like, yeah.
Put your name down.
That's why they leave after. That's why they leave after they get their check.
Yeah, they bounce.
We going.
Oh, okay, hold on. Quick question. quick question. We gonna get to the root. If you come to me and you just staring at me, and I got a handful of money. I'm like, yo, you want your check? It's simple questions though, right?
Like
that's
that,
what
Rob.
it is.
It's a simple question.
Is that what it is?
Then you be having them.
Is that how you handle it?
Then you be having them glasses on so you can't see his eyes. So yeah.
Yeah. Throw that sauce. That boy good.
Yeah.
If you meet me in person, you'll never. My engineer, shout out to my engineer. He don't think I'm a bully. People who meet me,
You should see him.
He ain't saying nothing. He know better.
Yeah. Exactly. He said,
He's well trained.
If they ever ask me if I'm a bully, you better say no.
Yeah.
I don't think I know him well enough. I thought he was a nice guy.
Yeah.
I thought he was nice.
Yeah. There you go. Speak up for
I don't know
yourself.
who you're talking
Matter of
about.
fact, that's a lesson that I learned in my household. My mother told me no matter what you do, always speak up for yourself. And then she left. I ain't see her again after that. So she gave me the the lesson that I never forgot. Whatever you do, baby, forever speak up for yourself. And then left.
and Reese mine, I'm a bully. But
Well, I've been intimidated a few times. and I'm not an easy scare. Last thing I was scared of was a dart. I'm not an easy scare. He said something to me one day. I swear to God, my whole body trembled. I'm like, damn, nigga.
Yeah.
My bad. I did not mean to take your pen. Just a pen. Oh,
I seen him.
I know what it was. I remember the traumatizing event, the Big T. See, I ain't go to trauma informed class.
No.
Big T's taught me when somebody take your stuff and tell you that it's theirs and then give it back to you. That was a bullying moment.
that never happened.
You didn't take my AirPods? He's still quiet.
All right.
Oh, hold on. This is that Ali trainer moment.
Yeah. You
This
see
is
the segue that was about to happen?
Watch he get out this corner. Watch he can get out this corner and make me realize he gonna get out
know
this
what?
corner so good. He gonna convince me that maybe he didn't took mine. He just thought they was his. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell this story, and I'm also gonna highlight my values and my intentions. So let me tell you the story.
Here we go. Well, let me get the violin.
I think you was missing your AirPods too. Or what happened exactly?
No, you just took my stuff. I don't remember. All I remember you taking
Okay,
my
he
stuff.
gonna gas. He gonna gaslight.
I remember,
So-
I remember coming back and saying that, hey, Rod, I think you have my headphones. You said, no, these is my headphones. My bro, but they look just like mine. They're my headphones.
Okay, this is what happened. I
So
remember
okay,
now.
you can go ahead.
I remember now because he
Firm like that. Like,
he took this story.
no
No,
resistance. With no bouncing.
this is false allegations. This is false allegations.
Anything that you say will be used against you.
Yeah.
I was talking about how I found my AirPods. We was in the back. I'm heating up some food. I'm like, yo, I found my AirPods. I was worried about it. Ooh, I'm glad I got them. He like, yo, I lost mine too. I'm like, word. I'm like, yo, that's crazy because I found mine. He was like, yo, can I see yours? I'm like, whoa, brother. No, you can't because these are my stuff.
So
like,
now
why
you, hold up. So now you turning Reese into the bully?
I'm just giving you. I'm just telling you how I remember.
That's the way that sounds.
I'm just
right
telling you
there.
how I remember the story. 'Cause,
Oh.
you know, I was there and I can recall it.
You know how the Martin episode go when everybody telling their story?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is that
It's
So
moment.
this
always
is
a
what
different
happened.
version of the same story.
I said, this is my headphones, brother. But here, and I showed him the headphone. He like, yo, that's mine. I'm like, no, it's not. Just chill. He like, yeah, no, he's mad aggressive. I'm like, yo, brother, just chill. I'm just trying to.
I've never seen that.
See?
You seen it in
I've
me?
never seen.
Yeah.
But you seen it in me?
I actually have. I actually have.
This is great.
I actually have.
I told him, yo, this ain't yours, this is mine. I went home, found out my AirPods on my dresser. I called him and text him and apologized and said, bro, I got your AirPods. I'll bring them tomorrow. My bad. Bullies don't do that. A person that can acknowledge his wrongs and have personal development to understand that it's his turn to voice his wrongdoings, bullies don't move like that.
But did you feel foolish?
Yeah, that's why I apologized to him. I said, yo, my bad, bro. These are your earpods. Mine was on my dresser. Laugh out loud.
Was he
laughing
still
emojis.
aggressive, as you said?
He was like, I knew it. He didn't say it's okay, bro. Oh,
That sounds like Reese.
I knew it. I
The
said, okay.
aggression I've never seen.
Yeah, I said, okay. You know, I threw my hands up.
Put your hands up.
I did
you
an
know he couldn't
emoji.
see you.
You see the emoji of the guy like
He did
this
the same
with the
emoji.
blue shirt?
He did the same emoji.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
still knows my headphones. He said,
You ever seen the emoji with the guy with the blue shirt
nigga
on?
said they mine. He said he said they mine and did this with his hand with the AirPods in his hand. He like they mine. And then mind you, he's towering over me, 6'4" with dreadlock. Then that he had his hair down that day, and then glasses on his eyes, so I couldn't see his eyes.
He ready to kick too.
Yeah, right. And then he's like, "They're mine."
True
I'm
shot.
mine.
I'm gonna bring my sunglasses the next time,
The word.
so I can block.
It might be traumatizing.
I can block.
He might
With the
bring back
hater
memories.
blockers?
I can block.
He could block the truth.
Yeah.
So it goes right. So it goes into your values, right?
See, the way I was brought up, you gotta understand. Even before I wanted to embrace, like, our history, even I wanted to fully like understand it and share our history, it was always in my face. Like my mama, she'll give me books to read about Huey, to read about Bobby, to read about, Muhammad Ali, to read about George Jackson, Angela Davis, all these type of things. She gave me a calendar of a different person every year that contribute, that looked like us, to America.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't want to tap into that. I was just doing what I was doing. I appreciate it. I knew what it was, but I always had pride in myself. So then, like you were saying, when I got locked up, and the only book I was getting was those type of books, from my family. And then, when I'm reading magazine, now I got time to really put something on my mind. I'm eating it up. So I don't think it's me. I think maybe my energy. Maybe I'm just throwing it out there. It's for you to to receive, or
So
for you
you
to
mad
deny.
militant? That's what you trying to say?
I think my energy might just be maybe sometimes a little aggressive, even my tone. Cause I had to realize when I came home, my tone. Sometimes when I talk to people, my tone could be too loud sometimes. So I had to work on that too.
And you're not as bad. I just see I remember somebody displayed how intimidated it was by you, and I'm like, rah. And then I had to think about it again. I'm like, kind of right. That's I think about
That plain face look.
Yeah, I started.
No smile like Kevin Hart.
Especially early in the morning
This is
too.
prison.
Especially in the morning.
This is prison.
Early in the morning, Ra is not approachable. He has the mask on over his face, big beard coming out the mask. He has his head wrapped up. Don't let him wear a hoodie on.
And he taking big steps.
Then he take big. That's what it is. It's the big step.
You know where I'm from, so I don't know.
It's a blind spot.
I feel like me personally, I feel like I move on. I feel like I move on peace. I feel like I move on respect too. So at the same time, I only take it there when I feel that energy is coming my way. So I can laugh with you and talk to you all day. We can kick it about anything. But the moment I feel like, oh, you trying to be funny, or the moment I feel like, you like you taking my kindness for weakness, I would send you a warning, a reminder. Oh, hold up.
This ain't that.
Let's chill out.
Go play with something safe. Just ain't it.
And then that's just it. But I don't feel like, nah.
I give you that.
I don't feel like I really like lash out on people. I don't feel like I do.
No,
that.
you don't. No, you don't lash out. For me, let me do this, right? Maybe my issue is that I can see the other side of it. I can see the raw, not the raw.
You know what I think? Not to cut your wisdom. You know what I think though? Because I smile a lot and I laugh a lot, and I'm so quick to be like goofy and joke. When they see that split second, it throws them off.
I practice on trying to show up not intimidated, because when we grow up, somebody intimidated, they do something to you. Yeah, and you don't know where it's coming from.
Yep.
When you're a little more approachable, people think people will give you that. You'll get one up, right? Because they think of that, because he laughed, he joked, he always smiling, he had waves in his head. Hanging with some female, they wondering why they think that. Oh, this is this. But then when they now it's a different ball. Like, hold on.
What happened?
Well, he know what he doing for real.
Nobody's smiling.
Yeah, right. Then he try to talk to me and tell me what to do. No, keep your hand up, man. Block. That's the part you supposed to block. You fell for that too? Come on, man. But yeah, nice. So you touched on some values that kind of align with mine. It makes sense on how we all here now. And
now it align.
It align. No.
I'm a bully. You know what I'm saying? But now it makes sense to me.
No, that part don't. No, when you broke down about how you bully the bully, and how when you feel that somebody's I would say trying to antagonize you or trying to play on your peaceful side, that you might let them know this ain't it. That's when your voice change, get all deep and stuff.
My voice not even that deep.
No, but it gets there. You have really good control over your the way you put yourself out there, right? Where it's not like overly dominant, but it has a dominance to it. But I have seen you interact with all different walks of life, so I definitely want to give you that. And I'm not saying that because I'm scared of you. I'm saying that because I respect you.
Yo, stop doing that. Yo, stop doing that for somebody to believe you, bro.
I can only speak. So I'm gonna go into why people should believe me, because I operate. So some of my values, right, is definitely respect. I learned to respect everything. I like the whole issue. Not the issue, but one of the ultimate goals is to be able to resonate with every frequency, every vibration, every element. So I would say respect, because respect allows you to be able to respect the table, respect the ground, respect whatever it is, anything in existence we have to respect at some level. I would say truth. I'm definitely a seeker of truth. And with seeker and truth, what happens is that you have to always constantly self-examine yourself, and that goes into knowledge of self. And like once you start operating from knowledge of self, you always constantly examine. Now you then become able to have the right to ask yourself these questions about, I wonder why he's like that. I wonder why he said that. And then when you start asking yourself these questions, the universe will typically give you answers.
Yeah.
And I would say peace, because I would say peace because peace is the opposite of chaos, right? It's the opposite of confusion, because to get to where we came from and be able to be out here standing on all 10, operating with mostly a full deck. Might be some cars with bends and folds in them, but we're working on that.
Yeah.
That the peaceful part is what allows us to actually process some of the things that we need to go to and we need to kind of overcome. Freedom is one of my biggest pieces. Freedom, like being able to have that free space, and that's where the peace coming at. And then ultimately, for everything for me, is unity, and that's you and me working together. And I would say my process of like undergoing those things is my whole little concept around signs, signals, and confirmation. So typically it's a sign that takes place, or a signal, and they don't have to happen in that particular order, but it's typically a sign, a signal, confirmation. So I know that I'm not just making the decision based on my own perception, because sometimes we could be jaded, sometimes we could be biasly driven. So I like to kind of have an idea or a thought or ask myself why, and then allow the answer to come in, and then get something truthful to iron out that. It may be a billboard that I'm driving that literally talks to me directly to what I was thinking about, what I was troubling through, and literally the solutions on this billboard. So I like to play this game a lot when you get to a point where knowledge itself, where it's one big day and it is what it is. It's not good, it's not bad, it just is what it is. And it's about how I show up to that situation and how I process it. It gives me this little kid effect where it's like every day's like Christmas. I get to see what sign and which way the universe is pointing me to today, and what I should do and what I shouldn't do. But I realized to have that full deck, I have to do certain things going into that. I have to have a full night of sleep, because I realized that sleep is our superpower. I don't know a lot of people know is that if you don't get enough sleep, your testicles typically shrinks, your reproductive organs starts to be affected. You literally age yourself twice as fast, and it's not like the banking system where you can run up all this sleep debt and then make up for the sleep down the line. That's not a thing. You can only build up behaviors and habits to do that. And the reason why I bring this up is because somebody brought this to my attention, because I just think I'll sleep when I die. And literally, if you don't sleep, you will die.
You heard that in your favorite rap song?
Yeah, rap song, movie, everything. They tricked me, right? Like, we all got tricked, right? In ways that we don't even really realize and understand at the time. Think about how frustrating that day is when you don't charge your phone through the night, and you run around through the whole day with a busy day, and you trying to find chargers. You're trying to hook it up, or your phone acting crazy. You're not getting certain text messages, but then when you reset the phone, everything works better. We take care of our phones and our devices better than we take care of our device.
Our human body.
Our human body, which is the greatest device ever designed for mankind. Our ancestors literally did their best to put us together and knew that we were going to grow and adapt to the environment we're going into. That's why there's certain skills that we didn't have then that we have now. So going back to my mother talking about, speaking up for yourself. Now look, I'm speaking up for myself against bullies.
I never knew bullies shook your hand.
Yeah, they do.
The new ones.
I never knew.
Turn your head, they smack you with it.
I never knew.
They do it all the time.
I never knew bullies embrace you.
Look at Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is a character.
He embraces, so he claims. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's tricky. He's a tricky fellow.
That's a bully.
He's American.
True.
That's a bully, and that's somebody who who's only out for themselves. Now that's a bully. That you're right. That is a bully.
You know what? I don't want to defend him, and I don't want to not defend him, right? But I think that we get a bad rep. Like, I look at it like this, right? They put an article out about me. The article says whatever the article says, and we'll go with the article the media said to us, outside of us having a conversation with an individual. Like, if I saw that they said Rod crashed his car into a building and stole the ATM machine and crashed it, there's not 1 second of me that's going to believe any of that until I have a conversation with Rock. It's just that simple.
If I'm on TV, though, if I come on TV and I say Mexicans are rapists, Mexicans are thugs, and Mexicans are criminals, and they don't need to be over here, you can't say, yo, Rod didn't say that because I'm on live TV saying that.
I go off what the man says out his own mouth.
If I tell somebody to run into a government building and cause chaos and then come back and say it was good people on both sides and I didn't say that. And I was cheering them on in this video, me cheering them on, looking at them on TV. And
East
people got locked up and I didn't say nothing about them. I didn't get them out of prison. I'm not trying to help them get out of prison. I know what I'm doing.
I'm not saying he's solid to our standard. I'm saying that this man who he is.
Hold on. If I tell you right now, bro, I'm gonna make a law right now.
Actor.
If people protest, not only is that banned, when the police show up, they can shoot you. The sister that got killed, the officer that went in the house and killed that lady when she had the hot water on the pot, he's gonna make a law now that if that police shoot her, they don't have to get trial. They don't have to go in front of court because they did their justice duty.
I gotta see that.
It's in his program.
No. I just want to see it.
Program.
I just want to see it because what it is that. So the reason I say this, right? A lot of people like in the world, I'm not with them, I'm not against them, because I realize that's like me trying to go to the, I'm gonna say like the zoo and try to get engaged with day problems. No, you know what I'm saying? Like this is how I'm equivalent, right? I'm looking at it like that. Me going to the zoo and me trying to get involved with the chimpanzee beefing with the damn orangutan, that got nothing to do with me, right? Because I realized that I think as individuals, because a lot of us ain't even care about politics up until a couple years ago. We ain't know the politics was even.
If you're gonna kill somebody for having a peaceful protest, I care about that. If you're judging a whole race, you're telling me a whole race is rapists, criminals, and thugs. This is the same thing they still on us. And this man doing this on live TV on another race that's dominant. Black and brown, the two dominant races.
So is he the only guilty one in that whole party? Because
no, it's when you want to.
Because listen, right? If I go up there, if I go, so you can do it. But if I go on certain podcasts, I start cussing, they're gonna bleep that stuff out, and that whole thing gonna get edited.
Bruh, so you want to be the president. You want to have certain things installed where you can you have us go to war for anything.
And that's why nationality for me is so important, because when we step outside of their game and their circus, they don't even got no game to play. Like, we have to entertain that. Like, and this is why that becomes reality TV. That's what it becomes, is it get highlighted on the news. But however, nobody's going through these documentations and reading them word for word. Somebody else is reading them to us. Nobody's understanding how us to understand our language. Because what I can say is that there's things that he has done that served our community better than a lot of other people did. Right? And there's things that they said that he did that I don't know about.
What has he done that better our community, that if anybody else was a president, they would have did the exact same thing? When he was giving out them checks, no matter who the president was, they would have did the exact same
Everybody
thing.
does that. So we're not getting.
So what did he done?
We're not getting into that. So there's a lot of so there's a lot of bills passed around reentry that he put out there that wasn't going to be out there, and that's one of the things that I could say that I see myself. All other things I don't get into it because I realize that all that type of stuff is designed to distract us. Because in reality, we're supposed to form our own government. In reality, the government works for us. But in reality, nobody knows what it is. But it does. What it is that we can expect them to play their game our way. They never have, they never will. But instead, we keep trying to play their game with their rules, and all we doing is giving them information.
Everybody he got in Supreme Court right now support the same ideas of this man.
So yeah,
and the same ideas is the same thing that can control women's body.
But that's for them.
These same things have been the same thing that these people 80 years old. They don't know what's going. They've been around multiple decades. They don't know what's going on in real time.
And I understand.
For you to tell another woman what she can do to her body, bro, and you don't care what the situation is.
But every state is
He's not helping.
So when people
he's only doing what's comfortable for people who don't know or people who don't want to tap in to follow.
He's doing
I'm gonna throw you some money. money.
He's doing what the system is allowing him to do because the system is designed to do exactly what
I'm
he's
going
doing.
to let out Lil Wayne. I'm going to let out Kodak. I'm going to have all these drill rappers on TV. I'm going to tell you
He's
that.
not doing that, though.
I'm going to tell you that
But he's not
black
doing
people
that.
like me because I made my own shoe.
Yeah.
These are things, he's saying slick shit in our face all the
That's
time.
the
He's not.
stuff
But
he said.
yeah, but I get that. But my thing, what I'm trying to explain to you is that, are we worrying about what everybody else is doing, what everybody else is saying? Or are we doing things to interrupt that process? What I'm saying is that a lot of people are not tapping into their nationality. People are not tapping into the rights and laws that they actually have. Nobody's tapping into that. What everybody's typically doing is watching somebody else saying what they're doing, and then watching all this other stuff get put in place.
I'm talking about somebody being the president. So I'm talking about somebody that's governing
Of a company. Of a company.
Exactly.
Their company.
That people that
Their company.
That people that lives in, that people that's gonna pay the taxes, the people that's gonna buy to. So if you're buying to this evil, then you can't blame nobody for yourself. You can't say this man for you when he's not. He's for himself.
I'm not saying
this
he's
man
for,
had
no,
a
no, no,
school
I'm
that
not-
was a scam.
No, I'm not saying that
It's
he's-
nothing about him
Hold on,
that's
but I think-
genuine.
I'm not. What I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he isn't. What I'm saying is that none of that shit has anything to do with us. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that we can vote for him. We can not vote for him. They play is already played out before the play even starts.
Nah, this is what I'm telling you, bro. I got people in Baltimore, Maryland right now. These people in Baltimore, Maryland protest all the time for anything that they believe in. I got sisters right now that are protesting for what's going on in Gaza. And you telling me when these people come right now, they have the up to shoot these people and beat, that has everything to do with me. Because I'm not out there protesting, my sister's out there protesting, my cousin out there protesting. I'm not gonna sit there and vote for this person,
bro,
or just sit here and get that green light
bro,
for that person to get their head took off.
The president does not approve this stuff. It's everybody else around that approves
Bruh,
that.
He has a program. It's called 25. In this program, he has a list of things. Every president that come into order, they have guidelines.
but
they have
I
laws
hear
they're
what
gonna
you're saying,
pass.
but
He's saying he
what I'm
gets
trying to say-
elected, he's gonna pass that. That has
People
everything to do with him.
Still, the power is instilled into the people. There's people that still vote for him and put him in place. If I wanted to be the president tomorrow, right, and I said I'm gonna do all these crazy things, even if I became the president, it still has to go through legal and legislation processes for that to take in place.
Yeah, I understand.
So what I'm saying is that he can do and say wherever he wants to. At the end of the day, you cannot blame that to blame the people that's entertaining that and listening into it.
I'm saying what we talked about earlier when you said, I don't know everything this man say. I don't even know what
I
they
don't.
put on news. I'm telling you, I'm listening to what this man's saying. And I'm taking him for face value because he's standing everything he say. He jokes about it.
Yeah.
If he's not saying it live on TV, he's saying on social media. If he's not saying it on social media, he get caught.
do exactly-
He get caught in wiretap
Bro,
saying this is
I hear
everything
you.
he's saying. So
I get
I'm
it. What I'm
taking
saying
it
is-
face value,
and what I'm
and
saying-
I'm gonna be the person that vote against it. That's what I'm saying.
And vote for who? The person that. So understand that this, right? Typically, what happens in this world that we live in is that they give you information, they put you against a corner, and they give you two outlets that they want you to select and take. However, there's a whole other thing going on this side of the world. Whole other thing going on this side of the world. What they do is that they face the television this way, and they give you a perspective looking at this from this way. Whole other thing going on the backside. Whole other thing going on the backside. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that this right here is designed to get everybody looking at this TV, so people don't understand what rights are there to make sure that doesn't take
we're
place.
Not knocking that.
No, but that's what I'm getting
not
into.
knocking-
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking
exactly what we
about.
talked about. You can't say this man. I don't know what this man doing. This man has
I'm
no
telling you
problem
that. I'm
hiding.
telling you that. I'm telling you that the world that I'm living in, the world that I'm crafting for our people, gets us to not pay that any mind. I don't care. Every show on Netflix don't get watched. Every song that get made in the studio don't get listened to. And when we don't give it no energy, no attention, we don't. Now it just get corny and boring. However, they do really crafty things on TikTok and social media and all these other things that everybody got dragged to focus more on that than everything else that's going on. Nobody's talking about the all the things that's taken on to an international level. Nobody's talking about the indigenous rights of people. Nobody's talking about political groups forming. Nobody's talking about nationality. Nobody's talking about that type of stuff. The news wants everybody to pay attention to this whole world because we're all subscribing to this and voting, pledging our allegiance to people that we just met on a quick 5-minute video.
Nah, the news is world broader than that. Because
No,
you got BBC, you got Vice, you got social media. It goes bigger than Fox. It goes bigger than CNN.
I get all that. I understand all
I'm
that.
talking about I'm talking about values. I'm talking about what people saying. I'm talking about understanding. This man clearly saying every single time, yo, I'm on this type of time. And they going for it. The man got shot and he came out the mini-man.
So why not? So
the man got shot in his ear, and the next time he came out, it was playing 50 Cent Mini-Man.
So when like I said, so when
everything's a joke to this man.
So when our people, because the network, because there's a platform being established, and everybody's paying attention to that platform. Everybody's being entertained by his entertainment. He doesn't care about none of that stuff because he's just into it for the business. He knows that every time he goes up there and say certain things and saying words, his rating goes up. He gets a check for it to pay down whatever, and then put the debt on the people that's voting for him because they don't understand that whole thing.
I'm talking about one part. I'm not talking about that because it gets deeper than that.
When I'm getting
I'm talking about knowing exactly who we dealing with off their value.
We understand.
This man put out a whole weekly thing in the news, in newspaper, about them little boys that got caught with that fake rape charge, and he wanted all of them to get killed. Mm-hmm. And then when they came out, he didn't apologize. He didn't accept the fact that he was wrong. But this is a person that you'll find brothers who look like us will tell you that they're going to vote for. And this man never hid his intentions when it was dealing towards us, was dealing towards his own people, his vice president.
So let me ask you this, right?
Dealing towards anybody.
So let me ask you this, right? Because you're not, I don't think you're, I see what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Because I'm not going to go deep into that because it's too many layers. I'm talking about knowing somebody's values, bro. I know this man's values because he constantly reminds me every moment and single day. When you're talking about distractions and you talking about what's going on behind the scenes, that's true life. That's facts. So I'm not highlighting that. I'm not highlighting that. I'm talking about we cannot sit here and play with this man. We cannot sit here and say we don't know what this man got going on. It's clearly what exactly this man got going on, bro.
He's heating up.
You think about who's protesting. Who's protesting? Us, gays, browns. Who's the deepest person in the world? Us, browns. So you literally giving another pass. Because they always kill us at the stoplight. They always kill us at the checkpoints. Now you're giving us another pass for us to get killed. And now you're not only including us, you're including women and children. When my sister protests about Gaza in Jersey, she had my nephew with him. A nephew with her. My nephew's 1 year old. So if this man get elected, and these people come, and these people get to do whatever they want to do, who can fight that? Because this is the law. When shit going down in St. Louis, it is nothing but us, and it's the law. Mm-hmm. Now what you talking about is true indeed. I'm not even talking about that, because that's a whole nother conversation for a deeper understanding. I'm talking about values. That's now that's bully type of energy, that's oppressive type of energy, and that's a monster. I will never do that, no shit like that. Because if you think about how America was brought up, how was it brought up? It was brought up protesting. It was brought up with debating. It was brought up with me having an issue, you having an issue, and we coming to an understanding. We always had a buck in America. And then this man telling you he get elected, he want to make it so you can't even vote no more. Just keep him in. This is a dictator.
He's on fire!
Do you not see that? That's already. That's what I'm getting at. This has been taking place. This has been taking place. Everybody. This is a collusion. This is a company. This is a business, and the whole business model is to distract us from self. Because understanding that when you understand that we are the people and the people run the world, but when people are still operating from that way of thinking, we lose. All I said to you was that I don't know what he got going on, because for me personally, what he's doing is not going to affect us in my brain, in my world. Exactly, because what we're looking to do is to build our people up long enough where that's not a threat anymore, to understand how to interact with that.
That don't happen overnight though, bro.
I understand that.
And he's running for president right now.
But he don't get elected overnight either.
He's running for president right now. That
so who would you?
Overnight.
Okay, so watch this. So who would you vote for?
I'm voting for less evil. Now, both of these hands, I don't agree with. Both of these hands, hold on. Both of these hands,
the whole plan.
Both of these hands might have problems, but I know
you're picking one with the worse problem.
I know I can pick one that has less problems. And what you talking about coming together and holding principle and holding value, I can instill in better than that one that I can do with this one.
So you understand
That's what I'm doing.
So from a jurisdiction standpoint,
I'm not gonna sit back and
what-
just say I'm not gonna vote, and then some shit pop off that I don't like. I'm the main one complaining.
so watch this, right?
I'm not doing it.
So now I hear you, and people voted for Biden because they didn't want to vote for him. So we seen that statistically what took place, right? And we seen that statistically take place. We seen that all the time where people are picked to choose. You're still picking the evil. You're just picking the lesser evil, right? And you're not realizing that if that was a strategic plan based on history, because the stock market, the world is all built around how the past will give you glimmers of what the future will look like. So if I know that people were rallying around me giving certain information around, and I know that we can kill you guys to not vote for this way, but we're gonna build all these things up underground and build this thing up to put her in place, and we don't know none of the stuff that they're putting out because the target right now is all on this dude, the rest side.
How we don't know what she not putting out. We know both of them. That's
But,
why
okay,
I say I'm
but how many
choosing
times?
a lesson.
But so right, so when we operate from voting in this system, what happens is that a whole bunch of people that you just met today promise you a whole bunch of things that's gonna happen later. We agree to that, and then when we get in the thing, we're trying to get that person out.
Most presidents, bro. They
All play the same game.
Most presidents go through a chain of command, so you kind of
Exactly.
know. You kind of know who that person is.
That's what I'm
Trump
getting
is
at.
the only one in a long time that kind of said, "I'm gonna run for president." We've been known Harris.
still operate for-
We know Harris since he was in California, bro. We knew Biden when he was losing to everybody, and Obama picked him up and said, "Come with me." We have reports, but it's only recently that we haven't had a report about somebody like Trump. Nobody, since I've been alive, bro, nobody never did that. We knew about the Bushes from the father. You get a timeline in these situations. Now, true indeed, everybody hides their hand. And true indeed, it is things going on under the table. But to say we met this person for the first time, nah, you can't say that. Because, like he said, a game of politics is a game.
That's what I'm
It's a
getting at.
game that's deep.
I'm not playing.
It's a game that's deep invested that has many layers and receipts for it.
Exactly. That mind you, they're only giving us the monopoly board. They're only showing us the monopoly board. That's what they're showing us. They're not even letting us put pieces on the board. They're letting us watch the monopoly board. And based on just right here, energy, all the energy that we give to that, it lets them know how to move to the next play. What I'm saying is that what we need to be doing, political group forming, the ones that know, PGFs, we need to establish our own form of government. We need to operate from that standpoint. We need to take back over the White House. That's why you see all the movies now, they're showing the White House blowing up. Because if you notice that America is not the powerhouse of the planet. There's a whole bunch of other nations that have different rules and regulations that supersede certain things. That's why I like going into treaties, things that was put in place before America. That's why I respected Obama different when I started understanding my nationality and what he was trying to do and how he had to speak to people to get people to understand what your lineage was in the jurisdiction.
And what you're saying is value, and what you're saying is golden, and I'm all for it. But this doesn't happen tomorrow.
No, but
and when you
exactly because we spend more time. We spend more time.
We
spend more time focusing on the options, the benefits and privileges that's given to us in a place that didn't consider our well-being at mind. When there's tools, resources, and information that take a little time that everybody got to have. I can't be the only one understanding international law. I can't be the only one studying certain things. It doesn't make sense. But I realize that I'm tasked with that to be able to get this information, break it down the best way to get people to take their own time in doing it. I can't extend immunities to you as I walk into my nationality. This is why, with your pops, being a Nigerian, he stood strong on his nationality. He stood strong on his views and his values because he understood self. Mm-hmm. So when you don't understand self, you typically get caught up in any wave and any tide that come, and it distracts us and loses our focus. What I'm getting at is that now we have access to make a really good video, really, really quick, to highlight all the good things with us. And we have the same access to do the same thing to highlight all the negative things about stuff. Then I also have the fact that if I paid enough money, I can get my name on something and let that circulate around, and I get benefits. I get royalties off my name being used 1,000 times. I make money off that. I don't care what I do with my name. I don't care what it is, because I know that I have reached a level of immunity in this system because I know the lawyer. What I can tell you too is that I'm just the spokesperson for the organization and my covenant and my cabinet. So
but if we do know that person's name, if we do know this person's track record, if we do know how this person been giving up from not only the 2000s, from the 90s, we can hold that.
I mean, I'm gonna put it like this, man. When it comes to Trump, man, I believe he is a true American, and he's sticking to the core value of what America was based on, basically. Because I wrote a paper in prison for one of my classes, and it was about how The Declaration of Independence had nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely nothing.
Exactly.
So, all these things that America is embedded on, and the foundation of it is not about me. And just like all he's saying is reminding the people, like, it's only about us. This is only about us. And if you can't see it for what it is, then you just choose to be blind. But I'm just saying, I can't vote for that man simply because he's shown me who he is. I don't like Kamala Harris either because she showed me who she is. She showed everybody who she is. Lesser of two evils, yes. But this is one where it's just like America is showing us who they are. Mm-hmm. They've been doing it since Obama got elected.
And like I said, I don't like you. I agree with brother, and I'll say it again. I don't agree with everything that both of them doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I know for a fact, and I can say this till my face turn blue, I'm not voting that way towards Trump.
Oh, I couldn't.
I'm not, because I had people that's outside, bro.
I
had people that's doing certain things and moving in certain ways, and I'm not gonna sit here and be the one that I could have voted, but I didn't want to vote because I ain't like neither one. And let's say this dumbass law get passed.
I won't do that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I'll take my responsibility seriously, but like we said, speaking to our values, it's, I mean, for me personally, it's my spiritual integrity is what everything stems from. Absolutely everything. And I've only come to this understanding recently when I came home, because I've seen a lot of brothers in jail use spirituality as a coping mechanism. Yeah. I find my comfort here. I can find my peace here. There's a group of people here who now care about me and things like that. So now this is how they get through their time. Then when they come home, they set it aside. Like whatever faith they are walking with. They had the Muslims, you had the Jew, whoever. They all in while they were in there. I've maintained that when I came out. In fact, it's grown since I've come home. I still make time to pray. Y'all know I go to church. Mm-hmm. Me and my wife, we take time to read the word together. But every interaction I have stems from my spiritual integrity. The way I interact with you, the way I interact with Reese. Anyone I come in contact with, I treat them based off of that. Based on what my faith says I'm supposed to treat individuals as I would want them to treat me. That's what my word says. So everything comes from that. Absolutely everything. Every way that I approach, be it business, work, everything, every conversation I have to make sure where my spiritual foundation is, and is this in opposition to it? Can I have this conversation? Like, these are the things that go off in my head. Like, whoa, hold up. This is going left. I don't belong here. Or I don't live that way no more, so why am I engaging in this conversation? There's even certain songs that I'll be like, oh, nah, let me turn that
triggering.
off.
Yeah, triggering. Yeah.
So, like I said, everything as far as my values that I'm glad that I stick to is that, my spiritual integrity, because like I said, everything stems from that. Absolutely everything. Like, this me now was not me before. The way I smile now, I didn't smile before. I had the ice grill. I was ready. Like, it was never about smiling. If I did smile, it was not for a good reason. It's like, I'm about to do something real sinister right now. And now I smile and it's genuine. I have a joy inside of me. I appreciate my life. I appreciate my freedom. I appreciate the people who God's put in my life, the ones who I know belong there. Because there are still people trying to come into my circumference who are just trying to see what they can get out of it.
Yeah.
But now I'm at the point where I don't even entertain you. I treat you accordingly, but I don't give you space. And that, for me, with this dude, it's like, he irks me because he's showing me who he is. But also the people are showing me who they are by the way they follow him, the way they constantly cheer him on. It's like, wow, this is really America.
And that's the point I was getting at, that I appreciate him for being as, because it's like the CO that we know coming in and messing it up. Like, we ain't no misunderstanding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
I'm
not saying I agree with nothing he's saying, nothing he's doing. I had to allow myself to care less, because I realized that that's a game that they're playing to get my emotions caught up in it. And it worked the first time, and I see what it did to me, where I'm running around here in fear mode, worrying about a pullover, worrying about that stuff. But in reality is that I know that I get the last say-so in what happens in my life based on what I allow in and the energy I give out. And that's why, for me, I would have to literally, if they wanted my vote or my people vote, and if I'm looking to build a community where none of us vote until somebody comes sit down with us. Come sit with us. We got security, nigga. You can bring your people. Your people got you almost shot. Shit, you better off trusting us.
I don't even believe that.
Right? Come sit with us. Yeah, we don't get into that. That's why I can't get into that. You just happen to get grazed in the ear, but neither here nor there though.
Yeah.
I realize the entertainment makes sense because we know that they probably had that whole idea about guns and shootings and stuff like that because what happens is that they like to play a game where they have to run a play, but they love putting us in a state of chaos and confusion. Because when you put people in chaos and confusion, typically the people that are aware of it the first time and third time it happened, they strategically put themselves in position to make the money off of it, right? I call it the picks and shovels. And then you have the other people that sit in and really embody this, and their whole brain gets geared around voting for the opposite side when the opposite side is the one that's really playing the same game that they're playing. I don't feel the need to riot and protest about certain things that are already embedded in for us. I'd rather learn how to use my pen and enforce my pen to hold people accountable and to get people out of places. Because I think a lot of the prophets talk about how dangerous the pen is, how dangerous this pen could be used, and nothing dangerous to the man I know how to use his pen.
There's many forms of protesting. Because you can look up on your phone and look up different forms of protest. It's just with that, and you might not know about it, and that's cool too. But I feel like this knowing information, because like you say,
it's dangerous in this world now.
It's nothing wrong with having your own independent group. It's an independent thing on the voting thing. It's Democrat, Republican, Independent. Cornel West was running for the longest. And Cornel West is a brother that always supported us, that always was speaking out. But guess what? Nobody voted for him. So now Cornel West is not doing it no more. So now you got the lesser two evils. So it's like, it's one thing if you don't want to be a part of it, but it's always good to have information about it. It can be dangerous. Because like you said, they have your mind going many places. But I feel like you always got to know what's going on in your backyard. Because just as much as if I didn't want to vote for them two, I could have voted independent. Because Cornel West was the one you was talking about I was pulling up. Cornel West is the one that has an interview with 19 Keys. You can look at it later. He always showing up. But nobody voted for this brother. This brother got books. This brother went to school. Yeah. He's a professor. He's knowledgeable. Cornel West is a bad dude, but nobody voted for him. So it's like you said, the things that we can do, because we can't do all by ourselves. We got to work together. But the things we can do, just make sure we're doing it and make sure we got information on everything. Because there's nothing wrong with you not knowing, but it's at the same time, it's like, you got to know about this dude. Because this dude, not only is people buying into what he's saying, people, the same one he got his foot on, is the same one saying I love him. Because they only getting bits of it. He sent me a check. Oh, he free Kodak. Oh, he free Wayne. Oh, he got Chef G. He got all the drill rappers on TV.
Yeah, but that's the game. That's what I'm saying. But it's just like the same person that's putting all that money in his budget to go manipulate the youth to put themselves in a situation where I get free organs. I get free organs. I get to keep your state in debt because they got to stomach all these expenses for dealing with all y'all shootings and all the what's the name. I get to lower your property values because y'all keep terrorizing it up, and all it takes is the individual to take back control over self and stop being manipulated by what the media is saying. Now, I'm not saying ignore everything, but I'm saying if you're incapable to do anything in politics other than go vote for somebody else that you don't know no better than another person, or you find yourself jaded. For me, I have to wait from that whole thing and figure out, well, why did I got picked the lesser two evils? There has to be another option. And if I don't know an option, I'm going to find an option. And that's why I think what kind of got me into my studies, where I'm realizing that, hold on, you're right. They did make a pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America in a republic for which to stand, one nation under God, with liberties and justice for all. And then they stopped all that. Why am I pledging allegiance to a country that didn't have me at mind? The fuck kind of sense did that even make for real? So that was me in the class trying to be like, dudes know what's up, because I'm not giving jurisdiction over me. My spirit won't allow it. My physical person won't allow it. You got to treat me a little better. But however, you guys get taught how to go out there and poly tricks us. You get caught to speak a codified language where we're clapping about you guys doing certain things, and the nigga like, yo, what we clapping about, bro? I don't know. The rest of the clap, we gonna clap too. They said they got free food. All right, cool.
But that's for the person to understand.
Exactly.
If you living in America, and you're not aware of what's going on, that's nobody's fault but you.
Exactly.
Instead of asking the next person why I'm clapping your hands, ask yourself, like you were saying, why I'm clapping my hands.
Why am I clapping my hands? Why am I even here right now?
Why
am I even putting myself at threat?
if you're gonna decide to stay in America, and you're gonna decide to be a citizen, you're gonna decide to do all these type of things, paying your taxes, you need to understand what's going on in your backyard.
And get you a piece on the board. You gotta get you a real actual piece on the board. And I bet you the best piece on the board that you can have is your mind.
Pass the fucking ball! Pass the ball! Oh my God. God damn! Pass the fucking ball!
You think about ancestors. You think the Black Panthers really got off because they just sat in California and said we Black Panthers? Nah, they showed to D.C.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, they showed to the government. Nah, they told them we're going to bear arms. They start speaking this law. You got to know the beast. You got to study the beast.
But
you got to know the
rights
beast.
First,
you
first, you got to arm yourself.
And how do you know your rights? By studying.
By studying.
So I can't look outside and say, you know what? I want no parts of this because I'm going to do this. No, I got to study, bro. You got to know, you got to know exactly what you're going to get.
But study.
And time is definitely changing. Because if you look at all how the politicians going now, what they doing now? They're all on digital. The last person who did that before it really got hot was Bill Clinton when he went on MTV playing the saxophone with the sunglasses, talking about he agreed with smoking weed. Mm-hmm. After Clinton, the next person who did that was Obama. Now you look at Trump, Biden, Harris, Bernie, all of Clinton, his wife, media. They all doing it now because times is changing.
Social media.
So now it's not so much of being fed bullshit, it's I'm going to study. I'm gonna get knowledge. I'm gonna get information. I'm apply.
But what happened when you're being miseducated?
If you're being miseducated, that's a learning. That's a mistake.
But if everybody around you is miseducated, you end up taking that same school of thought and running with it.
If everybody miseducated, you got going out. That's crash dummies.
Educating yourself.
Yeah, that's crash dummies, bro. That's a suicide mission.
We live in a time now where you can get a whole book by somebody, and everything in the book is based on their perspective from this, because there's not enough people taking the information and applying it and seeing what results it come with. Even a book is just a manual. The book don't save nobody's life. It's the application of the information with the book that saves the life. So what happens is that even with information, the information has to be taken in practice and utilized. This is why we don't get, yesterday we had 100 people on our call, and it's been going on for weeks now. And it's worldwide. And there's groups that's already formed that literally have their stuff established. And the problem that a lot of people don't run to is that, well, what do I get out of this? Your liberation. You get to remove yourself from the oppressor. You get to remove yourself out of a jurisdiction where you have to get picked.
You got to do your research.
That's
really what it comes down to.
Exactly, and that's what it comes down to. But sometimes is that our people need to see and know what I get. What is in it for me? It's not in it for you. It's in it for your son probably, because you might spend more time studying and learning this. But the more you unlock, the more you unlock in him.
I go off this. What they saying, what they value, what they plan. Like I said, every president come in with a plan, guidelines, what they gonna establish in their years that they running. So I'm not a dedicated Republican. I'm not a dedicated Democrat. I just want to make sure, all right, which one could kind of put us in a better situation, because I know
none of them,
and I know simple fact, it's people out here doing certain things that's gonna fall under these guidelines. And they look like me, and they directly kin to me. So I don't think about it, only vote for me. I'm voting for a better situation that I still have to do my part to fix. I don't just vote and be like, all right, everything's done. Nah, I'm voting and I'm still going to hold Harris accountable. I'm voting, I'm still going to hold the vice president accountable. I'm voting, I'm still holding the governments in my state accountable. People don't even want to do the regular thing in your city and still complaining about the city. Yo, why we got a speed camera? Because you didn't vote. Yeah. Why we got a bike lane? I got to park in the middle of the street? Because you didn't vote. All these things is going on within your neighborhood. These are all things you got to be aware of if you living in this state, if you're living in this situation. These are all things you got to be accountable for. True indeed, do your own thing and establish your own way, because you don't see enough reputation of yourself. Nothing wrong with that. I'm all for that. But what I'm saying is, I'll be scared to death if I got to park in the middle of the street, and this neighborhood I'm in, they been speeding down the road, and if somebody drunk, they're going to hit my shit because it's a bike lane, and there's nothing I can say because they had town meetings. They had a vote. The alderman walked around and knocked on every door. Why you didn't talk to him? And this is where I'm living at. So it's all, where I'm living at, I'm gonna take care of that. I'm still gonna establish what I need to establish, but I have to be mindful of where I'm at until I make this full change, until I make this full destination where I'm outside of the country or I'm outside of the state or I'm in another function. That's different. But while I'm right here, right now, I gotta understand where I'm at.
So is the president the threat or is the people the threat?
It's everything.
Has
It's
to be the people.
It's everything because
It's the people because they don't know.
Exactly.
They
refuse to do the work.
They don't know their power.
Exactly.
That's really what it is.
Knowledge
Like you
itself.
said, as far as local, people don't get involved. They complain about their neighborhood all day, but they don't know that they'll do whatever they want in your neighborhood until you say something. You don't show up to hold them accountable. So therefore, they're like, okay, go over here and do this. And you wondering why this stop sign coming up on your block or this tree got chopped down or these potholes over here but not on the next street. Because you ain't voiced nothing.
Or the
You
speed
haven't
bump.
shown up to say, yo, I'm holding you accountable to what you're supposed to do. You can't just do what you want to do.
Or you understand the legal processes and you get enough people to literally put something on paper and you submit it in the right channels.
That's still doing something.
That's
But
what I'm saying. But that's
people don't get involved.
That's what
involved.
we saying.
But that's the because what it is when you say people. That's why I'm like when you tell somebody to get involved in some way somehow and not giving somebody a code of action. I realize with working around some people I work with at all different ages, different brackets, different walks of life is that people need to be guided. Look at the airport, for example, right? Like if they didn't have the lines and the people in place, everybody missed their plane. The planes would be sitting and waiting for a nigga to show up. Where this nigga at, man?
Yeah.
If they
But
didn't
what
run it
about
like
them
that.
people who come around with the list? Be like, yo, we need so many names to get this done.
Because nobody,
And
nobody
people be like, nah, I ain't signing
because
up.
I'm good,
because,
bro.
because nobody really unexplained. And
They'll
that's
break it
what I'm
down to
saying.
you.
That's
They'll
what-
break it down to exactly what they're trying to get done, and they'll
but
be
even
like,
still
nah.
though is that they're not interacting like it's like we got this saying where people don't care what you know until you know how much you care. So you kind of me just want my signature to sign something, and I've been signing stuff and that got me a whole bunch of shit my whole life.
If they explain it though, bro.
But I'm explaining it, but you can't explain it. You can't come with the sign. You can't come with a pat of my hand and tell me the sign is trying to explain to you what's the value of this and value of that. I think I'm gonna sign it.
Oh no, humanity has become all about profit. That's really what it comes down to. It's
Because-
like everything is about, like you said, what do I get out of this? How does this benefit me? And if it doesn't, I don't want anything to do with it. This is why we don't show up for town halls, and we really believe that it has nothing to do with us until we look at our neighborhood and wonder why is this gentrification taking place? You didn't show up to stop it.
And
But-
they do it every time they do it every single time. I had them meet. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. Humanity has become all about profit, and it don't matter. It's not just America; it's everywhere. Where is the gain in this? That's why you have these corrupt countries that they're calling third world, but they're actually wealthy. The politicians in them countries are wealthy. The upper class is wealthy. The lower
Billionaires.
class is just kept in the lower class. There should be no lower class if everyone is working. If it's actual democracy. Because they're the ones who are going to go vote because they're looking for change. Yet, there is none because you're not profitable, but you are.
And I ain't been on politics all my life either. But it's this sitting back, looking at it, and then looking at all
You're
these little
forced to pay
aspects.
attention once you become a victim of it. Because the system is a political machine.
Mm-hmm.
So once you get in that system, you start paying attention like, how did this happen? So now you want to know the law because you get in the law library.
Exactly.
And you start
Yep.
reading and it's like, hold up. What's all this? And when did this come into play? And it's still active. It's like, that don't even make sense. But now you learning it. So you're like, hold up.
De facto.
But me personally, I peep national. But I'm more concerned with local because that affects me directly. Like the whole thing with the taxes, inflation. Yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. But locally, that's what really touches me. So that's where I really invest in. That's where I really pay attention at. Because if I end up in that court system again, I know it's the local law
Yep, how to
that I
go
got to
about
deal
it.
with, not the national. That's
law.
when I go to the feds.
State law.
Yeah,
state
so
law.
I got to deal with the local. I got to deal with this
even-
local person. Like I learned just recently that there was an alderman for certain sections of blocks.
Yeah.
I was like, for real? I thought the alderman was. They was like, nah, he got this and she got that section. I'm like, that's crazy. But who knows who these people are?
So that's when you understand.
And how can you get it if you're not answering that door, if you're not showing up to them town hall meetings, how can you see them? Because they're gonna play the shadows on
Yeah.
purpose. They gonna play the shadows on purpose.
And check it out. They all show up for this nonprofit.
Yep.
That's how I'm meeting them.
Yep.
This one is say, oh, you got to go talk to that one. It's like, all right, I'm going to go talk to that one. They're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get you in touch with this one. It's like, word? It's like, oh, you want to move over there and do this? Yeah, I gotta make a call for you. It's like, this is crazy.
It's crazy. It's deep rooted.
Yeah. And how many people are ignorant to it until they embedded in it. And even then they remain ignorant because they like, I'm just waiting to get out.
Mm-hmm. I'm
like,
gonna do it better next time.
Yeah, it's like, nah, it's rigged, bro, and you don't even know the rules.
It's a scary, scary situation. It hit me the first. It hit me right there, right then and there. And they about putting them speed cameras here. Now speed cameras ain't no joke. They call them red lights down south.
Word.
Soon you run it, clip, and it gets everything. And that bill coming straight to your house.
Uh-huh.
Like that. No. Speed cameras ain't no joke. And don't let me be in a rush in the morning. I'm gonna run the red light. now I gotta be monitoring my steps now, cause that red light soon. I'm talking about it's so quick.
Yeah.
You can't even beat it. You can't beat it. That's like passing the bus stop. You know, when they got the little stop sign up. You can't beat that ticket. Mm-hmm. That red light, that speed camera. But like you said, these are things that we didn't show up for and put that vote in.
Hey.
So now people asking, dang, why they got that? What they doing with that? Why they trying to taxes on everything?
Put no voice on it.
Put no voice on it. No voice on it. But I appreciate y'all brothers coming out. I know I took more of y'all time than expected.
Always a pleasure.
Hey, man.
I always appreciate y'all input, conversation, debates, understanding, all that. I definitely appreciate it.
Appreciate the space, bro.
Yeah,
glad you finally allowed me in it.
This space. Yeah, here you go. This space is open.
Uh-huh.
This space is open to Baba when Baba want to come back. This space is open to Reese. Reese already know when he want to come back. This is a place. This is a place.
Yeah, sign me up for the next one.
Shout out to Joe in the back. What up, Joe?
Hey, Joe. Wake up, Joe.
I'm here.
Peace. Thank you so much for tapping in. Thank you for going on this journey with me and sharing this great opportunity to learn in real time. And I got to talk to, my city. I got to talk to my state before we go. I need NC to come to the front real quick. I'm so disappointed. I'm so hurt. Like, I'm sick right now that my state was a red state. Out of all the states in the South, my state had to be the red state. South Carolina is no surprise. Florida, who couldn't see that? Texas, believable. But NC, come on now. We got brothers down there like Cooper putting in that work. And he been in office in that chair forever. We just dodged that crazy dude. We just dodged and got him out the way, the same dude that Trump called Martin Luther King on steroids. I'm talking about Mark Robinson. The same one attacking the gays. The same one talking about he don't care what happened, you gonna have that baby, raped or not. And he a whole little closet little demon. He getting caught with trans and everything. That self-hate you gotta stop that, brother. You gotta that self-hate ain't cool. But
Give this guy a script.
But what I will say, and I will show my love and positive energy to Fayetteville, Charlotte, Greensboro, Raleigh. Outside of that, that's the only NC I see. That's the only NC I claim. Shout out to 2-6, shout out to Cumberland County. That's what I know. And I know my city done showed up. But the rest of NC, you got to give me some years, man.
I ain't been this mad with NC since J. Cole. And I'm on good terms with J. Cole now. Shout out to J. Cole, great brother. But I'm just saying, NC, we got to do better. Thank you. This is Power Language, peace and blessings.